So it's Basics Monday again, and we're going to talk about blues today again. And today we're going to talk about the pentatonic scale. I'm going to give you some basic tools for improvisation. The pentatonic scale is a subset of the diatonic scale, so we're going to kind of work off the pentatonic scale, if you can imagine it as your skeleton. Now, I know what you're thinking, what about the blues scale? And the blues scale is a modified pentatonic scale. It's just the addition of the diminished fifth or the augmented fourth. But it goes beyond that. I think using the pentatonic scale as a very basic framework works very, very well, because you'll find that there's a way to use all 12 chromatic pitches in a given key. And let's get into that. I'll show you how. So here's the basic pentatonic scale. And here it is as a blues scale. So here's a little sample of improvisation with just the blues scale. So that works nicely, but there are so many more things you can do. One of the very, very familiar notes to you is probably the major third, which is, in this case, you can play it right here on the third string. And then right here, this note, that's the Dorian note, and that's the major sixth also, works very, very nicely. There's a neat little trick that a lot of guitarists do that's kind of a simple one, but it works theoretically. That's the only reason that it works. It happens to work theoretically. So you already, with the blues scale, you already have this. And then with the addition of the major six, we have that. And then we also have this, which is just adding the ninth or the second scale degree. So of course that's going to work because ninth is neutral between major and minor. So that works nicely. That's a kind of a built-in little lick. And then additionally we have the major 7 as a passing tone. And we also have the minor second, which is just a half step above your root. Works nice to go down from the 9. And then lastly we have the minor 6. Again, works nicely as a passing tone between the major 6 and the 5th, so, or either way. So here's a little sample. I'll try to work all of those in. So that, something like that, play around with it. It's really nice because you get to improvise. You get to pick around, pick what you like and what you don't like. But there's a way to use all those notes, and I think if you play around with them, you'll find where their place is. So if it's not a emphatic note that you just hang on and let it ring for a while, then it's probably a passing tone. Also bear in mind some notes work with some particular chords and others don't. So for instance, if the major 7, that passing tone, that G sharp right there, works very nicely to emphasize over a 5 chord. When you're on your 5, G sharp is the major third, so of course that's going to sound, very nice. And so, but if you kind of get lost, you've always got that safety net of the pentatonic scale. So just stick with that, and just kind of venture out here and there and play around with it, see what works. Till next time.